Hi. So let's get a reading real quick. I'm so sorry I've been kind of MIA for a while, and I've been trying to find my pen actually. I don't know where it went, but I've had a lot going on. Good things. I was thinking about moving. I'm definitely not, but I also need to take my vitamins real quick. The November was a bit intense for me, but I got sick, like really sick, like had to take a few days off work and recoup, and where did my pen go? I have this lingering like cough. I think it was a throat chakra activation. So you may be going through that. Give me 1 second. Because where did I put my pen? It's usually right here, so that's weird. Tobias. So I think I know where it is. 1 second. I paused it at 2:02. Okay, so I found my pen. So anyway, I was very sick. I'm now doing much better. I had to take a few days off and like recuperate and try to recover quickly so that I could make sure that I, got back to work. Also, there could be, you may have met someone. There could be like love in the air, blah blah blah. This person is different from other people that you've met, or this person may be different than anyone. But also there's like a genuine like vibe to them, like where it's way different than like most people, and it's like they're joyful, like within themselves. It's like super different. They don't allow things to taint their vibe. Like they're steady, also very masculine, very like, let me do this for you. like have a seat, like that sort of thing, like not like sit down type, you know what I mean? It's different. It's I don't know, there's like a hospitality about it. It's like you're looking very beautiful today, or I don't know, there's just this vibe of like, it's different than most. They could be from a different country. You could be meeting somebody from a different country. Also, I was getting the perceptions from other people that have there's been a shift. Also, there's throat chakra activation. It was like a major activation, like clearing, activating, becoming like advanced in some way. So you may be like doing a lot of clearing, like a lot of clearing. Let me see what else. The perceptions of other people are shifting. People who underestimated you are becoming aware of their underestimation and how they didn't see you correctly. There's also blockages that were maybe to your finances or maybe to your like clarity being lifted. That could also tie into the throat chakra activation. So you may be speaking up, you may be clearing, releasing old things that are raising your vibration, as well as allowing you to clearly see things that weren't so clear before. So there's that. And then it's also the blockages that or to your finances, to love, to clarity, to speaking up and things like that. It's clearing out. So yeah. Okay. I was actually gonna eat something, but like I was like, let me go ahead and do a reading because I haven't done it in a while. I did record a few and I'll probably post them later. But I recorded, but I didn't, upload it because I've had so much going on and I didn't want to, add fuel to any fires, However, I think I needed to edit too. That was another thing, but okay, we have teachability, hollow bone, number 28. And number 19, falling angel, spiritual narcolepsy. Okay. Let me see. I'll have to read those because I don't remember. I'm looking for my book for that deck. I think it's... So, anyhow, I'll probably wait to upload this one as well. Maybe at the end of this week. Also, you could have people like following and unfollowing you. Like, and it could be past people. Could be past people trying to discourage you from doing what you've been doing, and pay no mind to it. It's, yeah. High Priestess. Pay no mind to it. And the Eight of Wands. They want to block communication for you. That's what's coming up. So that could be the teachability and the spiritual narcolepsy, the falling angel. Okay, the Eight of Pentacles is how we're showing up. So hard at work, working hard to reach your goals. The Lovers. So you could be working on a relationship or working towards... Yeah, Three of Wands behind that. So it could be coming in. You could be working towards finding a balance between work and home and life and, in general. I feel like I've been working on that for a long time. Okay, Okay, the Empress. And the Emperor. Okay, so yeah, there's definitely some type of love coming in. That's what's surfacing. I'm getting the work that you've been doing on yourself is calling in this divine partner. And this could be the person that you've met, and they could see you as the Empress. Queen of Pentacles. No, this is Queen of Wands. So they see you as very beautiful and wise with the Hermit. Nine of Cups. Now you could be seeing this other person too as the same way. So it could be like a mirroring. So that could be the Lovers. Okay. So 2 cards. Let me see. So we're expanding on the Lovers. Okay. And the Page of Cups. So love is definitely coming in. Queen of Cups. We're expanding on bringing that in. Okay. And balancing. This person could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I don't know why I got Aquarius, but Libra, Taurus, or Scorpio. Wait, what's Scorpio? High Priestess is I want to say Scorpio. Is that right? I don't know. Anyway, brain fart. I don't know. So what actions do we need to take here? So you may be teaching about love, or teaching about the Ace of Cups, yeah. Self-love. You may be taking it very slow with this person. Page of Wands. The freedom, spirituality, 3 of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles, taking it slow because of past heartbreaks. So that's like the lesson in and passions, right? Excuse me. Passion and the lesson, what you've learned, like the 8 of Pentacles. You're taking those lessons, self-mastery, by taking it slow and not rushing into things. Even though, the feelings are there and, all of that. It could be a spiritual connection. Resources. Queen of Swords. So you always know that you have that ability to discern. 4 of Cups. Like knowing when you're not satisfied with something, to cut it off. Excuse me. And knowing to speak up, about dissatisfaction about certain things. Also the 4 of Pentacles is here, 4-4. So it could be a very stable, like you may have a stable mindset about, attachment and dissatisfaction with things, using your discernment. We also have the 3 of Wands again, foresight, right? And expectation. You know what to expect. You keep your standards high. Knight of Cups, so it's discerning and making sure that you're following your intuition about the situation. And if it gets out of control, or, to pull back your energy and just make sure that you're not that's what the teachability is. It's like, and it says possibility of for union behind that. Yeah, so, and that's number 47, which is 11. So this could be somebody, connectivity, initiation. So 5 and 9, opportunity is behind that. Number 4, limitless possibilities. Number 6, it's 51, but okay. So yeah, I'm getting, there's definitely learning from the past and moving forward with those lessons in this new cycle I'm getting, like where, you understand and discern from, the wisdom of the past and what you've been through. So, great. What do I want to clarify with? Excuse me. Okay, let's use this angel deck. Clarify the High Priestess. Death. Yeah, so rebirth, right? Death, rebirth, the devil. Like you can see, it says God, the end of the universe, endings and rebirth, influences health and longevity. The devil, the severity of God, seduction and downfall, communicates with the dead, teaches the occult and magic. So it's like the High Priestess is saying here that like we know the secrets of the spiritual, like the high and the low, or the high and the low, right? Like we understand it's a balance. Plus we also can discern from the past, like the lesson and taking our time with things. There's no reason to rush. So we've learned the lessons, and now this is the rebirth. Clarify the 8 of Pentacles. The Hermit, wisdom, yes. So the 8 of Pentacles is like learning the lessons of the past so that we have the wisdom to go forward. It's alchemy and transformation, rules natural events, helps with spiritual progress. So you're mastering. And the 8 of Cups is at the bottom. So you've learned the lessons, how to walk away from things. Transformation gives consolation in adversity. Excuse me. So that's how we're showing up. The Hermit and the 8 of Pentacles. Clarify the Empress. 4 of Swords. Mission. Protects against slander and envious people. So the Empress knows Knight of Pentacles. To go slow. It says a praiseworthy God. Light of understanding acquires knowledge and cures illness. So it makes sure, so the Empress makes sure that her energy is balanced, that she's able to create because she lives from that place of like balance, of creativity, of spirituality. It's all like a juggling act, but she does it like naturally. It's not something that she has to work at. It's it is, but it's like because she's learned the lessons of wisdom, all the things, excuse me, it becomes and like right here it says protection, protects against slander and envious people. So she knows when to pull her energy back. She knows when to give, when to, set, to receive, like there's so many things that go into it. She's a ruler, right? She's somebody who, she sits at like the throne, and she knows that she's all four queens, she rules an empire, she's not foolish, she's not being immature, she's, you know what I mean? 8 of Wands, 2 of Wands, yeah, and the Sun. So she's giving, but she's also discerning and all of the things. So clarify. Okay, so we do have, okay, give me a second, because I'm trying, my ADHD brain is like all over the place. So we have the Lovers and the Page of Cups, clarified by the Magician. Okay, this is what we're expanding on. So manifesting, like, the love that's true, right? The transformation in all of this. Of course, Gemini again with the Magician card. Spiritual wisdom and magic helps one gain wisdom and discover hidden secrets. Yeah. So it's also like I'm getting being like asking the right questions in a new relationship, being discerning and taking it slow and making sure that, it's true. It's a genuine, connection, and not rushing into things and making sure that it's different from before, whereas before you may have like rushed into things, not been so quick to maybe ask the right questions and be discerning in that way. Taking your time allows you to like kind of put into perspective what you need to clarify, and how you should move forward and all of the things, because the Ten of Swords is here at the bottom, which is indicating, endings before, but like closing out of cycles. And you see all the eyes here, how they're like clear, like you can see, you know what I mean? Like, the lessons of the past, the cycles, you see how it's all like intertwined. So it's like opening that third eye and making sure that those lessons are put into action with this new person, and knowing with clarity, like, okay, this didn't work out before because of whatever. So this is how I'm going to treat this one, and make sure that, those, it's going to be a different cycle for sure with this new person. It says revelation protects from sadness, gives revelations in dreams. The marvelous God. So just know that you're protected, understand that if there is any reason for warning, there will be a warning, and you may get it in a dream or just a sudden revelation or realization. But that you're also manifesting, so as above, so below, which means, what you think about, you bring about. So make sure that, you keep your thoughts on the present, while still discerning from the past, like understanding, this person isn't the same as those other people, that this is a different relationship, that you should also take those lessons from the past, but also one foot in front of the other, kind of go with the flow of things. Like the Empress, you know, she goes with the flow. And that's how we create, like as a magician. Clarify the Ace of Cups. The Five of Wands. Politics and ambition wins judgments and protects all those who seek truth. So clarifying the Ace of Cups. So self-love, God listening, and concealment. So the Five of Wands is usually like chaos, competition, but it's also building. Like so building your self-love is going to help you with protecting yourself. We also have the Five of Pentacles. So 5-5, there's a change. So that's what's changing the situation. Your self-love. Your self-love is changing the situation from before. Like, so you may have loved yourself, but you were giving everyone else your cup, whereas you should have been looking out for yourself more. My cheek is red because I was scratching. Patience reveals secrets of nature, spreads knowledge and industry, forbearing God. So this is about excuse me, having patience with yourself and others, understanding the okay. Yeah, like, okay, so like I was saying, take your time. Taking your time allows space between. So with that empty space, there's room for, like a guide to come in and like, you know, like help you discern. So that's why we give, you know, time and space between, and not just rush, because all that energy has nowhere to go. So it kind of, you know, like I'm seeing this, like it's like running into a wall, but or running like a fuse. I'm seeing like a fuse, like on a firecracker or bomb or TNT or something, like where it's like you light it and it just, you know. You want to make sure that it's like, instead it's like a candle where it burns slowly. Do you know what I mean? Where it lasts. Yeah. Okay, so clarify the Queen of Swords. So it's like a building. The 501 is, it's a building of, that's the change, like building up instead of charging head on. Like, you know, clarify the Queen of Swords. So that's the actions to take. Build instead of rushing in. So the Queen of Swords is clarified by the Queen of Pentacles and the Emperor. Okay, so the Queen of Pentacles says the eternal God, again with the 5-5, intellectual lucidity, provides consolation and compensations. So the Queen of Pentacles knows her value. She values herself and nurtures herself first and foremost, but also she's able to give because she's like a cup overflowing, because she's allowing so the Queen of Pentacles is a progression of the Knight of Pentacles. So she takes her time allowing for that space, and then that's allowing her also the power to because that's your own like each of us has emperor within ourselves, I believe. We have to tap into it, but like we're able to discern and make sure that our power is, able to be wielded the way it should, or the way it helps a situation, like in love. So you're able to kind of, discern. Political authority gives safe travel and protects against conspiracies. Oh, and the Empress. Again, the Empress says fertility and fruitfulness assures peace between married couples. Yeah, so the Two of Pentacles, balance. So being able to balance between, the ability to like discern and cut off like what's not wanted or needed or helpful, and then also knowing when to nurture. So those are our resources. That's what's in our resources. So you have this ability, and then plus the Emperor and Empress and the balance between those two. Your power and control on when to do and when to pull back, and make sure that you're getting what you want in a situation because of how you're acting. I mean, like, being true with yourself. Okay, let me get the book for the spiritual narcolepsy. I want to read it. It's right here. Number 19. Falling unconscious, spiritual narcolepsy. You are being cautioned now to not fall asleep or go unconscious. You have been flying above the strife and suffering of the world in angelic bliss. However, you risk being seduced by the beauty and comfort of your situation and losing track of your aspirations. Your wings, excuse me, as you fall, you pick up speed, heading toward the trees below and a possible nasty landing. Remember that all you need to do is stop being a fallen angel. All you need to do to stop being a fallen angel is spread your wings and halt your descent, and then find an updraft again. Do not be seduced by the fallen angels, your supposed friends and companions who are ready to use you for their pleasure and have only their own interests in mind. As you soar once more in flight, receive the gift of the falling angel as an invitation to study the forest from above the trees. That's exactly what I was saying. In other words, to analyze your situation from a higher perspective without being entangled in its thorny branches. Excuse me. Once you understand what needs to be done, head back to your lofty heights and stand by for the right moment. Action you take now may backfire. Stay conscious and wait until you are guided to change. You will know when the time is ripe. That's exactly what I was saying about holding back your energy. That's the wisdom and self-mastery. So, like, you could like someone, like, with, like, so much, discernment. But if you're not pulling back your energy and taking your time, it can cause muddled thinking. It can cause, insecurities. It can cause a bunch of things. So, like, that's taking your power, understanding your power, and like with great power comes great responsibility. So you have to discern and go slow. And I think that's what we're doing here, because right now we're expanding on love and manifestation of love. So what do you do when you manifest? You pull back. You don't constantly do to try to get it right? You pull back and you make sure that, you know, the universe knows what you want. And then you sit and wait for it, because you don't want to, you know, muck it up with your intentions and all that. You set your intentions once and that's it, and let it be. So hollow bone, teachability. Okay, teachability, humility, being empty so that the wind of spirit can breathe through you. That is exactly right. Okay, the hollow wing of an angel is a flute for the shamans. I'm sorry, the hollow wing bone of an eagle is a flute for the shamans. The appearance of the hollow bone invites you to become empty of your notions of who you are, to check your ego at the door, and to know that this is not about you. Relinquish. So yeah, okay, so you could have the best intentions, but the other person has to make sure that they're coming from the same type of place, right? And you want to make sure that that is the case. So you pulling back your energy and making sure that you're being guided forward and not just rushing forward because you have this passion, you know. Relinquish your need to be right and to express an opinion. Wait, did I? Yeah. As this will not change anything right now. You are being called to practice humility. Hollow yourself out and hear the wind blow through you and play you like a flute. Like I said, that's spirit, like, moving through you. So the guides want to be able to guide. So you have to stop and listen. You will learn the language of the squall and the storm and understand the message in the summer breeze. There is an important communication waiting for you. Humility is the swiftest path for you to become like hollow bone. Humility. Okay. Excuse me. Drop all notions and titles that bolster your ego. Eliminate the doer and allow things to happen for their own accord. Remember that you can accomplish most anything if you are willing to let somebody else take the credit for it. Hollowbone has come to caution you to believe only 50% of what others think and only 10% of what you think. Trust your experience, not what you have read in sacred books or holy texts. Excuse me. This will allow you to turn apparent danger into opportunity. Remember that you are an insignificant grain of sand in the grand scheme of life, and as important as the brightest sun. Well, that didn't clarify everything that we were talking about. So, like I said, this could be somebody from a different culture. So just take your time and, obviously they need to get to know you. You need to get to know them. And the intention is to set the intention and allow the universe to fulfill your desire, whether it's with this person or with somebody else. And that's it. So I hope this helps. Have a great day.